Hey everyone, this is Tierney, and I am back with another TV show review. This is All the Queen's Men, Season 3, Episode 1. Of course, we remember last season, Imp had accidentally unalived a woman in the bathroom. Babyface got arrested. Then Doc went there and assaulted a police officer. Then he got arrested. El Fuego was there trying to confess. And Madam's club got aired out. That's basically the major points. So now, starting with season 3, episode 1, they show Doc, Babyface, and El Fuego in jail. And I think El Fuego is a good-hearted person. He has a conscience. That's the thing. He has a conscience when no one else really does. So he's trying to do what's right, but at the same time not raise any red flags at Club Eden. But so they all three of them are in the jail cell, and Babyface and Doc was asking him why was he there, but he said he didn't mention the club. He only mentioned the girl he was with that got taken from his apartment. But of course, Doc and Babyface don't believe it, so they end up beating him up. And the security guard came and separated them. But I honestly think they probably would have deleted him. Now I don't think El Fuego was there to snitch on the happenings of the club. I think he was just there to talk about what happening in his apartment. But no one really knows that, so they just kind of speculating that he's a snitch. So they all three end up getting out the next day, and El Fuego ends up, I guess, not leaving with Doc and Babyface. He went, I guess, another way home. So, which I do. I respect the fact that everyone is loyal to Madam, but if that means your life, then I think that should be called into question. Next, what happened? Amp unalived a girl in a men's bathroom, and Midnight is in there trying to help him. Then Dime comes in to see, so she's trying to get Madam on the phone, but Madam is preoccupied with the white undercover cop. And I'm thinking with Madam, if you see Dime is calling you back to back to back, I don't think you would at least answer the phone. I mean, clearly it's in some type of emergency, but Madam works on her own time, her own schedule, I guess. So Judge Ross and Lotus had Madam's club aired out, at least the outside, and there were a lot of fatalities and all of that. So Madam ended up unaliving them, and Lotus was the concierge's wife. So I guess Lotus was a part of, another crime family. So now her family wants revenge on Madam. So she has security in her home and I guess around the club 24/7. So these guys are at Madam's house and Tommy is there. And the guy says, we have someone, I'll be in her room or something like that. He said, basically protecting her in her bedroom. And Tommy's like, I got her bedroom. And I'm like, and of course, Matt was like, no, I'm good. He can have my bedroom. He got me in my bedroom. He can protect me there. And I'm like, Tommy is so funny because he acts so hard with everybody at the club. Being short, being basically what you call it, basically being mean at the club. When it comes to Madam, he's so mealy mouthed and shy and protective, but then he soft and a weakling when it comes to Madam. But there is at the club, he all hard and mean too. I'm like, this dude here is a mess. I never really liked the Tommy character, but I'm like, when they showed this scene, I'm like, Tommy got some nerve being all mean with the other guys and everybody else at the club. Well, kind of mad. He's so mean in mouth, and I don't even think he and Madam are even a couple like that. He may just be just there when she wants him in that way, but he's not like her main guy or her main person that she wants to be with. But he is just, just being just weak when it comes to her. And I do not like Tommy. I really liked him before, but now I really don't like him because he is showing he's a beta male. So they were able to get the unalived person at the club and into, I think, was it Midnight's trunk? So they driving, and that same old female detective gonna pull him over. Something he was speeding or something. And he probably was, because they think Amp said the same thing, that she was speeding. So he gets out, Midnight gets out the car, and they talking about they want to search his trunk. He like, you ain't got probable cause and all that type of stuff. Now, mind you, Trouble and I got the other guy name were like nearby watching, and so was dying. So now I can say this about Trouble. I did not like Trouble at first because she felt like she was just messy and always causing issues, everybody being so messy, running her mouth. But she really showed in this scene, in this episode, that she ride or die for Madam, Eden, and all of them. So she ends up driving towards the chaos with Amp and Midnight and all the police cars. And I think she hit one of the police cars, and she drove off, so then everybody got in their cars to follow them. So down they was to get to Amp and Midnight so they can, get the girl gone. And almost so now Trouble, that's her name, Trouble. Now she on high speed chase with the cops, and she ended up told the other guy to get in the back seat, and she ran into like a gas station, it blew up. But I must say, Trouble, she really earned her stripes in this episode, because, and good she thought fast, because like I say, Amp and Midnight was gonna go down. But luckily, Trouble, she thought on her feet, and she was able to, get the attention off of them and onto her. So I'm glad, Trouble, she good for something than just being messy and causing issues at the at the club. So now we are on season 3, episode 2. And we all know that Doc and Babyface tried to unalive El Fuego. But he's okay. He's in the infirmary, and Madam had their lawyer to get him out of jail. And the judge basically threw the case out because the detectives have nothing. And I don't know why this detective has it out for Madam so bad. I mean, maybe she's in cahoots with Madam's sister to, bring Madam down. I don't know, but at this point, it's like she's just grasping at straws to just pin something, hoping that it sticks. And I'm like, you're wasting time, funds, and all that trying to get Madam. I mean, Madam is too smart. to just fall for anything and, to get caught up like that. Then of course they discussed what Trouble did to help Midnight and Imp the previous night before. I think it was the previous night. And so I guess Madam has a little bit more respect for Trouble. So maybe now Trouble will, I guess be more accepted. I mean, probably more respected by Imp and Midnight and Madam and Blue and Dime. So, but yes, so now Madam goes to see her dad, and I think he's in an old folks home or retirement home, whatever you call it. And basically, Madam, she really is a daddy's girl. He treats her better than he treats the other daughter. I forgot her name. But yeah, I think Madam is his favorite. Maybe because she's more like him. And maybe the sister's more like the mom, I guess. But hopefully we'll get to see the mom. Though I don't know if the mom is still alive or not, but hopefully we'll get to see if the sister is more like the mom. Because it's obvious that Madam is like the dad. And I do notice that with Madam's dad, when they're together, he is very much alert and he speaks, he talks, But when other people are around, I guess in the old folks' home, he acts like he has dementia and he acts like he can't talk or speak well. But when Madam comes, he's very talkative, and very alert and knowledgeable and know what's going on. I'm like, wow, that's a good way to play it, knowing his past. So then we go back to the jail, and El Fuego, Doc, and Babyface have been released. And of course, El Fuego does not want to ride in the car with the other two, which I don't blame him because they tried to take him out. So he, of course, gets his own ride somewhere. So they all end up at the club later on. So last scene of episode 2, they showed at the old folks' home with Madam's dad, and there's I guess she's a nurse or some type of aide, and she was giving him a bath, like a sponge bath, and she started kissing in his lower region, and his demeanor changed. And she said something like, I know they got your attention. And he said, show D, basically. But he used a profane word. And she had this look on her face like, oh my gosh. So I don't know if she was placed with him to see if he was really, out of it. Because she did make a comment that people felt like he was faking, I guess, his dementia or his Alzheimer's or whatever. And he's done it for a long time because, like I say, when he's with his daughter, Madam, he's talkative and in his right mind. But when other people are around, he is very, very quiet. He don't say much at all. So, I don't know. Hopefully he didn't mess himself up with this young girl, playing around with him, or he's going to use this to his advantage. So, this has been my commentary of All the Queen's Men, Season 3, Episode 1 and 2. So, if you all like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in the next video.